Hi YouTube, my name is Heather and I love anti-MLM content here on YouTube. I'm hoping to use this channel as an excuse to sit on the floor and talk about the unethical practices of multi-level marketing companies. Today, instead of talking about Beachbody, I wanted to watch another quick video from MLM coach Matt Morris. This time he's going to tell us how to get to a full-time income in network marketing. So I'm really excited to watch this and let's get started.
Hey, Matt Morris at mattmorris.com. I'm actually doing this video for the second time. I got almost through with the video and someone called in and it actually cut out the video. And so I'm going to record this again for you. What I'm doing here is call it Ask Me Anything show. I got a message that came in asking me a question and I thought it was a great question. So rather than just reply to the one individual, I thought I would share it with all of you. So the question is how many people do I have to personally enroll in order to get to a full-time income? And, that's a great.
Notice the question is, how many people do I have to recruit? Not how much do I have to sell? The products don't actually matter in MLM companies. It matters that you bring in more recruits who have to pay monthly business fees and who have to buy product every single month, because the majority of revenue from MLM companies comes from the distributors or coaches themselves. We know MLMs are a closed market with very few actual retail customers who are not involved in the company as a distributor.
Great question, and I'm going to give you a couple different answers that I think will help you and serve you. The first answer is this, is you need to personally enroll as many as it takes. That's the bottom line, as many as it takes. My philosophy is you want to put in a lot of people personally so that you find the leaders. And, there's been all kinds of debates that I've been through over the years. After 20 years of being involved in network marketing, building teams of now well over 1 million people in total, currently have an organization of 450,000 active customers on the team. And I've had a lot.
Notice he says active customers, not active distributors or active business owners. Again, interesting use of language. I also find it interesting that he said you have to recruit as many people as it takes. So he's this big, famous MLM coach, but he doesn't actually have a real true answer to this question because it changes based on the company, right? So every company's income statement is different. You make money differently off of the people below you. We know a lot about how Beachbody coaches make money, but in another company, you might need to have 10 times as many distributors in your downline to make the same amount of money. So it's interesting that he doesn't have an answer, but there really isn't an answer because every single income statement is different.
A lot of people over the years that have said, I've got a strategy and I'm going to enroll 5 and only 5, and then I'm going to help those 5 enroll their 5. And I'm not going to do anything else personally until I help them get 5. Or maybe I'll even give away, my personals.
That's how the endless recruitment chain starts. So you'll recruit 5, they recruit 5, they recruit 5, and it keeps going down and down and down and down forever. And we learned in the Ponzi-nomic book that I think he said between the 13th and the 14th level that you surpass the entire population of the earth. We know it's impossible for every single person to be at the top of an MLM pyramid and for them to make money because the whole structure is based off of at least 80% of distributors in every company at the bottom losing money. So the remaining 20% at the top can make money.
To help them. Now, I'll tell you that's welfare mentality. I don't know what your political persuasion is, but I personally...
He's saying you putting people under your direct recruits is welfare mentality. I kind of paused it at a weird spot.
I think that's a broken system. I think if you give enrollments away, if you're just constantly building people's team, they have no incentive to build it themselves. I've just flat out never seen it work. You can philosophize all day long, but you know, maybe it makes total logical sense. I'm telling you, network marketing is not a logical business. You're going to get mastery in network marketing by doing it, not by just reading books or philosophizing. So, you know, here's the reality is you got to go personally produce and put in enough people to find the leaders. It's I've said it over and over, it's a business of sorting.
He makes a good point. You can't just put in a huge amount of people and expect to be successful. You need to put in people who become leaders. So in Beachbody, if you are, say, 15-star diamond, you don't want to have all of these emerald coaches. You need to have at least 15 diamonds, and preferably you want to have people who are 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, even 15-star on your team, because you're going to make significant amounts of volume off of everything that they do, and you're going to get your match bonus and your team cycle bonus, and it's going to be huge because you have 100 leaders on your team making you millions of dollars a year. So he's right. It's based on not just a number, but what the people do who you recruit personally.
Through the chickens to find the eagles, and sometimes you gotta put in a lot of chickens to find the eagles. Now, please don't think I'm talking bad about anyone. It took me 5 years to get to a full-time income, so I definitely look like a chicken in a major way. I didn't look like an eagle at all, other than the fact that
He's saying it took him 5 years, like that's a long time. Vast majority of people are never going to get to a full-time income. Even so, they're probably not going to make any money or even lose money, because you have to put a significant amount of money in each month to remain active in your MLM. So 5 years is nothing. A lot of people will never get to that point.
you know, I was coming to trainings, I would come to meetings and so forth. So as an eagle in training, right? So I'm not talking bad about you. Maybe if you're not having success, you're an eagle in training. Stick with it. Don't be a chicken and give up. Stick it out. Now, I'm going to give you another.
Sorry, I'm pausing like every 5 seconds. So he's saying, stick with it. Don't be a chicken. Please don't listen to people like this. If you're in an MLM and you're losing money every single month, don't stick with it, because we all have to meet our basic needs. We have to pay our bills. We have to feed our families, clothe ourselves and our families, keep a roof over our heads. I think it's important, if you're in an MLM, that you have to keep track of what you're spending every month compared to what you're bringing in. And say you are bringing in $200 a week as a side hustle, and you're super happy about that because your money's going towards bills, but then you realize that you are spending $500 a month to remain active, and then you quickly realize that you are not making much of a profit. It's important to know if you are in the red and if you're actually making money or putting yourself into greater debt. So just keep a spreadsheet about what you're spending every single month related to your business and what you're actually bringing in, and then calculate your profit, not just your revenue. I'm going to try my best to let it play for at least a minute now.
Another number here, and this is what my mentor told me, is he said, if you put in 30 fast, that'll turn into thousands. Now, I'm not guaranteeing that. That's just what he told me years ago, and I believed him. I said, you know what? I got to put in 30 fast if I want to get to a full-time income. So he didn't say what fast was. He didn't quantify it. So I did it in 30 days. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that. I don't think I've ever done it since. That was when I was 24 years old. I'm 39 now. That's a bunch, right? But what happened is those 30 turned into thousands. I got to a 6-figure income. I had 6 figures in my group. It was awesome, right? So, but the bottom line is you got to put in enough people. I had another mentor, the late Mark Yarnell, his book, The First Year in Network Marketing. I believe it was from that book where he said, in order to get one 6-figure earner, you need to personally enroll 30 people, not 5 who get 5 who get 5.
I feel like he's kind of contradicting himself now. First, he said that you need to have people become leaders, and insinuating that maybe they need to be high quality people. And now he's saying you just need to bring in at least 30 people quickly, so then you can get a few leaders in there. Contradicting himself in one 8-minute video. Is it quantity or is it quality? I wonder, would you prefer to have someone who you think has characteristics that could help them succeed in this kind of sales position, or are you just trying to fill spots? In my opinion, all MLMs, you're just trying to fill spots.
go enroll 30 to get one. Now, if I look at my numbers over the years, that's about how it's worked out for me. Now, I've had occasions where I've put in 30 and I got more than one. I got 2 or 3. I've had occasions where I put in 30 and I didn't even get one. I had to go enroll 40 or 45, whatever it is. And see, I'm just the kind of guy where I don't really care what the number is. Just give me a target to shoot for. And I'm telling you, the minimum target you should shoot for, if you're serious about really getting to a full-time income, the minimum target is 30. And the faster you put it in, the better. See, there's a thing called the law of compressed activity that says the effort that you put in a compressed amount of time is going to pay you way more money than the same amount of effort put in over an extended period of time. Why is that the case? I've found that that's the case.
Are you saying the minimum you should aim for is 30? That's a lot. The majority of people are not going to be able to find 30 people to join their MLM business. He's making it seem like if you don't recruit 30, that you are not serious in your business. You can be serious in your business and not con 30 people to join you. You could message 1,000 people and have 2 people respond and the rest ghost you. None of this is in your control. Coaches like this make it seem like as long as you reach out to the right number of people that you're going to be successful. And if you're not successful, just reach out to more people. A lot of times MLM distributors do everything that they're told, everything that these MLM gurus are telling them to do. And it's just not working because there's a finite number of people in the world. There's a finite number of people who are eligible legally to be in an MLM. You have to be 18 years of age and older. You have to live in the country that the MLM is operating in. And then you're also having to take out everyone who is already in an MLM, who is not going to want to join another one. And this is a relatively recent video. Everyone who knows about the unethical practices of the MLM industry and who will not be swayed or tricked into joining the scheme. The population of people that an individual would actually have to draw on is very, very small because, again, there's a finite number of people. So just because he's saying, as long as if you're serious, you'll do this, doesn't mean it's possible, and it doesn't mean that it's within your control.
The case because the speed of the pack is determined by the speed of the leader. If you're out recruiting, your team looks at you and they go recruit. If you're out making product sales, your team's out making product sales. If you're getting retail customers, your team's getting retail customers. It's a monkey see, monkey do business. It's a follow the leader type business. And one of the rules is this. You got to ask yourself this question, super important question. Look at your personal activity. How many people did you personally enroll, personally sponsor last month? Now, if everyone in your organization personally sponsored the number that you personally sponsored, would you be excited? Now,
there's literally not enough people in the world for everyone in every single organization to recruit the same number of people you did. Just putting that out there, it's a mathematical impossibility.
You haven't enrolled anyone, you might be so excited. If you've got a really tiny team and you only enrolled one and you had 3 or 4 people on your team enroll one, would you be super excited? Well, you got growth, but you're not going to be jacked sideways. So the bottom line is you've got to go personally produce. The speed of the pack is determined by the speed of the leader. You need to personally keep putting people in until you're at the income level that you need to retire. If I look at my results now, I've enrolled.
Also, it's not so easy. You just put in the right number of people and then you're going to get the income. We've learned in all of our Beachbody videos that we've watched together that people are constantly quitting. So you have to constantly be cycling people in for those who are quitting. You need to have massive prospect lists and be constantly reaching out to hundreds and hundreds of people a month just to make sure that you have people to replace those that are quitting. He's making it seem like, oh, just do 30 a month and then you'll be able to retire. We know that's not the case.
About 220 people personally in my existing organization. That's turned into, several 100,000, over 450,000 active members. I'm still personally enrolling. I'm still enrolling new people. I'm working with them. I'm mentoring them. I'm building them a checkup. I'm building their leadership. So if I'm still doing it, I think you should probably do it as well. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Here's what I want to hear from you. I want you to be part of the community here. I want you to step up and be a leader. In the comments below, I want you to tell me how many people are you committed to personally enrolling in the next 30 days. Now, don't say 30. You don't have to say 30, 40, 50. Be realistic. If it's one or two, that's awesome. If maybe you're part-time in the business and you're going to go get one, that's awesome. If you're going to go get two, that's awesome. Now, if you're full-time in the business, it should be more than one or two. It should probably be about one a week. So 4, 5, whatever the number is, comment in the section below. See, one of the things that happens as a leader when you state your goals publicly in a supportive environment, which if wherever you're watching me, you're in a supportive environment. We all love network marketing. That's what we're all about. Comment below, and you're going to have a little bit more pressure. When you state your goals publicly in front of other people who support you, you're more likely to achieve that goal. So I want to support you here. I want you to achieve your goals. So comment below. And if you're not at mattmorris.com right now, hop over.
There's a big thing in network marketing where you have to manifest your goals. So if you think it, if you state it in public, if you write it down, it's automatically going to happen. That's all wonderful. There is a place in life for manifestation if it's something within your control. Like say you are starting a new job, you say like, I'm going to do a good job, I'm going to make friends, I'm going to have good connections with people in my new job. That's within your control. Finding people to recruit into an MLM business is not within your control. And I think it's a very strange mentality where you just have to write out your goals and it's automatically going to happen. I think it makes it seem easier than it actually is, and that there is not significant amounts of work and planning and dedication that has to go into achieving your goal in your MLM business. That's all I have today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any thoughts about what he said that I may have missed, you can let me know below. Thank you.